West Texas, Austin, Texas, welcome back. And let me tell you, we are delivering the Girl Boss conversation today. We've got the Momentum Mindset Coach out of Houston in the building. And we are so excited. She shared her heart today, and she shared so much with you about how you can level up. And now we're going to 10X that thing by putting a trademark on it, okay? A lot of us feel like, oh, I've got an LLC. Oh, I'm an S Corp. I'm official. But guess what? If somebody trademarks that name outside of your state and your city, they can own it. In fact, it's almost like they can own your brand. And we are going to talk to the go-to attorney for women in business. Her name's Reonna Green. Let's welcome her to the show. Hey, girlfriend.
Hi.
You showed all the way up today.
Reonna, oh my goodness. I'm so excited to talk about this. That is scary. To think you've done all this work and then someone can trademark and own your business.
Boom.
So your story is so interesting because you went from a hairstylist to an attorney and then you created She Trademarks. We can't wait to hear how this all began.
Yeah. So, I got licensed at 17 to do hair. And so it was one of those things where I've always been in the beauty industry. I really liked, the beauty, all of it. And then I decided to go to law school and went to law school, got practicing. I'm licensed in Georgia as well as California, and just kind of started seeing what was going on in the space with entrepreneurs, just not knowing what they needed to really protect their business. And the only way that you can do that is through trademarks. And so it really just became a passion for me. Seeing so many women entrepreneurs getting into the business space. And I just want to make sure that they're protecting their pocket and their brand.
I love the way that you are empowering women to own their brand, own their business. And so unfortunately, though, lawsuits are reality, especially when you are running your own business. So what are some of the common lawsuits that you see in the space for women, and how can we protect ourselves?
People get into business agreements all the time, especially in the online space where people are on Instagram, collaborating with people, and they're not having the proper legal processes in place. They don't have the proper contracts. And so they're kind of doing it on a friendship handshake type basis. And when you want to be a boss and when you want to be the CEO of your business, you have to run it like a CEO. And so you really need those contracts. In addition to that, I would say just trademarks. You really need to make sure that you own your brand so that someone else doesn't come own your brand and then tell you, hey, you're infringing on my name, you're infringing on my brand. And you're like, wait a minute, what?
What would you say to the people who say or think their business may be too small for a trademark?
I hate that. I really hate when people say, oh, my little business, oh, my little idea. Like, own it. Those little businesses that started in garages, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, all of those little businesses turned into huge empires. And so I don't think it's ever too small or ever too soon to really make sure that you own your brand and your business with a trademark.
I got to tell you, our first year in business, we brought in 6 figures. And it was mind blowing. It was all God, like hashtag God did it was from day one, from building this thing we now know as the Connect Network. What I did with that initial bout of capital, I trademarked everything. And Reonna, I want you to talk a little bit about the investment financially.
Typically speaking, I would say that if you're going to work with an attorney on a trademark, you can be looking at about $2,500 to $3,500 to have that attorney do the search for you, make sure nobody else is using that name, and then also do that application. In addition to that, the USPTO for the country, the United States Trademark and Patent Office, has a $350 per class application fee. And so when I say per class, what that really means is you have to register in each of those different classes, or else you don't own it and someone else can swoop in that lane using your name or your brand in connection to a different good or service.
Yes. Thank you so much, Reonna, for dropping gems upon gems upon gems and for being with us today. So tell us, where can we find you?
Everyone can find me on Instagram at She Trademarks. Very easy. You can also find me at www.shetrademarks.com if you want to set up a consultation to see if you need a trademark. Yes. Chances are you probably do. You can do that there as well.
Because this is so essential. We have to protect ourselves as we level up and accelerate. It's just a necessary step. So
Don't wait.
don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. But before we go, we're going to connect with our girl, Ivani, and her TikTok